The Biden White House is under investigation, and Trump's got a new nickname for the big guy. He's now called the Auto Pen. Bondi and her team are investigating whether Biden was competent and whether others were taking advantage of him. Did the Auto Pen know what it was signing? The Auto Pen signed 8,000 pardons. But did Joe know? Was the pen going behind Joe's back and letting Hunter sign with it? Did Dr. Jill use the pen? Did donors? We're not sure, but we're finally going to get answers.
When you look at these last-minute Biden pardons, the big ones, Biden siblings, Fauci, January 6th committee.
That's right.
Most of the big ones have the same very neat signature. We would expect that probably to be the Auto Pen. Is this White House of the opinion that the only pardon that would count is one that the president signed himself?
The president is making a good point when he discusses the usage of the Auto Pen. Who was running the country for the past 4 years? Perhaps those documents were signed with the Auto Pen. As you saw, Ed Martin made an announcement at the Department of Justice this morning to launch an investigation because the American people deserve answers.
Donald Trump had his hand an inch from the Bible, about to be sworn in a second time. And the Auto Pen was on a pardon bender. The Heritage Foundation did their own investigation. Quote, "We gathered every document we could find with Biden's signature over the course of his presidency. All used the same Auto Pen signature, except for the announcement that the former president was dropping out of the race last year." Then they did a side-by-side. These are the signatures from Biden's final day. Pardons for the family, the J6 committee, Fauci, Milley, all neatly signed, identical. This 82-year-old's penmanship never wavered, not even a smidge. But this goes back decades. The Auto Pen was first used regularly by President Truman. He used it for simple stuff like thank you notes, nothing serious. Obama changed that. Barry had a portable Auto Pen that he used in Europe to sign major legislation. First time a machine ever signed an actual bill. The pen was the best kept secret in the Oval. It lives in the White House, typically in the Office of Presidential Records. How does it work? Simple. The president gives a thumbs up, the doc gets stacked, Auto Pen goes to work, and then a final verification. W's Justice Department codified it. They said, yeah, Auto Pen counts, but one catch. Quote, "We emphasize that we are not suggesting the president may delegate the decision to approve and sign a bill. Only that, having made this decision, he may direct a subordinate to affix the president's signature on the bill." The big question, did Biden direct someone to sign his name or not? Or did aides have free rein? Speaker Johnson says Biden was out of the loop.
Sir, why did you pause LNG exports to Europe? Like, I don't understand, liquefied natural gas is in great demand by our allies. Why would you do that? Because you understand, we just talked about Ukraine. You understand you're fueling Vladimir Putin's war machine because they got to get their gas from him, And he looks at me stunned with this, and he said, I didn't do that. And I said, Mr. President, yes, you did. It was an executive order, 3 weeks ago. And he goes, no, I didn't do that. And he's arguing with me. He genuinely did not know what he had signed.
Even Biden's West Wing knew the Auto Pen was the real chief. Two former White House sources said a top Biden aide may have gone rogue, using the Auto Pen like it was their own magic wand. Crypto czar David Sachs says Pocahontas wielded the wand.
What the Biden administration was doing, and let's face it, it wasn't Biden. Elizabeth Warren controlled the Auto Pen during that administration. She, for some reason, has this pathological hatred of the crypto community. She wants to drive this community offshore. She doesn't want it happening in the United States. That's the wrong policy for the United States.
If Biden didn't approve the use of the Auto Pen for a certain order, then that's forgery. It's falsifying a federal document. That's a major felony. Also, if the president isn't competent to be president, then he's not competent to use the Auto Pen. All the books, all the videos, all the chaos we saw for 4 years could be used as evidence to prove he wasn't competent. Investigators should be looking at emails from White House insiders discussing Auto Pen protocol. A smoking gun document or a whistleblower could blow the whole thing wide open and invalidate pardons, executive orders, even legislation. Simone Sanders was there. But don't you dare ask her about a pen that ran the country.
So friends, please comment how was this video. I think this video was very amazing. So friends, now I will disclose very important thing. So I know it will be very important for every people. The White House Post just ran off the most Republican headline ever by their studies. The mouthpiece drop in finally screenshot. The US on the US Mexico borders. How is the Mexico? There is not much about this. There is difficult. Finally, coming in the United States as this administration is a strong border policy. And the revenge there has been deprecation and finally trafficking has studying this border with Mexico President Xi and all of the Mexico. He has been telling to details illegal human and drops traffics at your United States southern borders in the recent of politicians, and finally it is being very crazy. So there is nothing Mexico about this, and we did like to see this White House post update the highlight definitely. So friends, please comment how was this video. I think this video was very amazing. So friends, I know this video was very amazing. So friends, okay, that's it. Don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel and click this notification. Okay friends, see you later again another new reaction to amazing video. Have a good day.